Hey everybody, it is Brian here with SearchEngineDomination.org. Wanted to shoot a video today around keyword research and exact match domains. So just to get started, for those of you that are new to SEO, new to website building and trying to make money online, an exact match domain, or EMD, is a domain name that represents exactly what it is that you're looking for. So let's just say, for instance, I'm looking for plastic surgeons in Los Angeles. So Beverly Hills Plastic Surgery Incorporated would be close to an exact match domain. He's probably or she is trying to rank for Beverly Hills Plastic Surgery. Couldn't get that, so they added the INC to the end of it. Plastic surgery-beverlyhills.com. We don't recommend adding dashes to it as a last resort, maybe. Um, but that is an exact match domain. So today we're going to discuss how to find an exact match domain. We already kind of went over what it is, dashes and things of that nature we'll get into. But let's just get right into it. So Google's keyword tool is where you'll start your search. There are other tools available, but at the end of the day, Google is what we're trying to rank inside of for our website. So it makes no sense to start somewhere else. What you're going to want to do is, once you get into Google, make sure you sign in. You're going to want to sign in with an account that you've at least attempted to set up with AdWords. It doesn't. This one I just set up for the sole purpose of this video, and it's not funded, so I'm not real worried about. Let's try that again. So I'm not really worried about any of the info at the top up here. So the reason you do want to sign in is because it's going to add an extra column here that's going to give you the cost per click. And depending on what people are paying for advertising on the cost per click, will pretty much tell you how easy it's going to be to rank for those keywords. I live in Houston currently, so I'm not. I will show you a couple sites based on my location, but I wanted to touch on a couple other first. So I'm going to use Austin. So Austin's relatively close, and Austin has a pretty good bar scene. It's kind of a mecca destination for live music, hip bar scene, Sixth Street and things of that nature. So we're going to start there with some small keywords. So we're going to go with bar in Austin, and we're going to build out from that. So the one thing you do want to do is make sure you click on exact. So we'll start with broad just so I can show you exactly what you're going to see when your broad search comes up. And you want to make sure you use keywords. You can use ad groups to get ideas, but I generally stick with the keyword range. Um, so here's what we're going to see. So the competition is low, and that's just basically Google telling you how many people are trying to rank for roughly those keywords. It's got 74,000 global monthly searches. Now, what this means is, for a broad match, 74,000 is pretty much the culmination of everything you're going to find below it that contains the words Austin and bar, or bar in Austin. So nothing here, and we'll go back to keyword for relevance. So anything in bar in Austin, and we really don't want to see that pretty much at any given time. So we're going to move to exact, and that's going to be exactly how many people on a regular basis type in the words bar in Austin. So obviously 12 is not a big number, and 10 cents cost per click would make us nothing. So let's say we wanted to kind of keep those keywords, but get something that's got more exact match hits locally. So what you do is you want to go up here to only show ideas closely related to my search terms. So I'm going to click on that and hit search, and then we will filter for local and find out that Best Bar in Austin gets 58 local monthly searches, which isn't bad. It's ranking cost per click around 448. Anywhere from $0 to $5, 0 to 10 is pretty easy to get on page one and 1, 2, or 3 spot on Google itself. So we're going to go ahead and I tend to use GoDaddy for my domain purchases. Other people use Namecheap as well. You're more than welcome to look up others. So we're going to go and go Best Bar in Austin and see if that is available. And odds are pretty good. That's more than likely it's not going to be available, but we'll take a peek here. And it is. So bestbarinaustin.com is available for $9.99. So you might want to snap that up if you're in Austin. Let's go ahead and look at what we'd be competing with. So Yelp, it's always competition. 10 best bars in Austin, Guardian.co.uk. Couldn't take a peek at what that is. It's some sort of the Guardian looks like a paper. Had an article on the best bars in Austin. So not too many best bar in Austin, the Ranch here. Not too many hits, but if you think about Austin and the bar scene, if you get this ranked on page one and there's, what is it, 58 people, so 60 people roughly looking for the best bar in Austin, and you have a bar and you're ranking number one and you're somewhere near 6th Street, more than likely this will generate a good amount of business for you if in all honesty your bar is not a piece of junk and or a dive. But 6th Street has a pretty good bar scene. So let's step it up actually, since we're not getting too many hits on the best bar in Austin. Austin is known for one thing, and that is, let's go with live music in Austin. We'll take a peek at this. So we're going to get rid of search, only show closely related terms in the end term. Alright, so competition's medium, roughly 210 global searches, 170 in the States at $1.20 per rate. So not a whole lot of money in the cost per click. But if you have a live music venue in Austin, pretty good conversions probably. So we're going to show closely related ideas, which will keep live music and in Austin there. So it looks like we're ranking there for the keywords. I'm going to try Austin live music as well, just to see what's getting more. So Austin live music actually gets 720 hits. Austin live music calendar, live music in Austin, which we just typed in. So let's look at live music Austin and see if that's actually available. Gotta love that. So live, we got Austin live music Austin, live music Austin. Alright, so we can see that the livemusicaustin.com is a premium domain name, and that's already been snapped up. Look at that. So the .net is as well, but we have a .org now. You don't want to go outside of .com.net or .org, but for $4.99 for the first year, this .org with 720 searches that are exact could be a pretty good hit if you get it on the first page. So let's go take a look and see what we got competing with. So we got AustinLiveMusic.com, which is appears to be a calendar of sorts. Johnny Gonzalez. Let's just go in and take a peek at what's going on. So this is where Johnny Gonzalez is playing, and I don't think we get too much more than that. It looks like you can just go and stick anything you want to in here, and by date it just keeps it linked. We'll talk about how to judge your competition later, but I don't think I'd probably compete in this range, just because the music calendar for Austin Chronicle is going to be up there, and then AustinTexas.org with the live music. Now, if you're from town, you're going to get, or if you're using a connection in town, you're going to get these local listings, and these are the local listings, and anything pretty much without the name and the address is called an organic listing. And then about Austin 360, Urban Spoon. So you could probably get ranked in here. If you're looking at a heat map, most of your clicking is going to come right here, and by the time somebody gets to the music calendar and the Austin Chronicle, this is probably where they're going to stay. But just so you have an understanding of what you're looking for, when you're going for an exact match domain. So let me take this closer to home. So I'm going to go with a suburb of where I live here in Houston. And I have a couple other websites built off of this area as well. So we'll skip this and we'll go with. I'm pretty much going to show you now how I look for exact match domains built around areas around me or anywhere in the country when I don't have necessarily something specific in mind, or if I want to try to find clients in a specific niche. So if you don't have clients already lined up, if you don't have your client database built up where there's constant work in the stream, you're making thousands of dollars a month, this is a good way to go find clients in a certain niche. And I would say that if you do find a site here that you think you can rank for, if the business is good, pick it up. It's a $9.99 probably investment if you get a .com, less if you don't. But it doesn't hurt if you're in the market for local businesses to try to pick up the name. It's $9.99. It's yours for 12 months. And maybe you get bored in 6 months. You got all the business you want. You just decide to develop it. Before you go shop it, you get it ranked number one. I mean, that's even a bigger incentive to a potential client that's going to buy your site or possibly rent your site from you. So what I'll do first is we'll just start with this is how I would come into it if I didn't have something specific already lined up, or I wanted to find a keyword for local. So I'm going to use the Woodlands, Texas. So that is pretty close. It's an affluential area, affluent area. I apologize. In Houston, outside in the suburbs, it's probably one of the most affluent neighborhoods and areas in and around Houston, Texas. So we're going to go with the Woodlands, Texas. First, I want to see what gets the most hits. Is it the Woodlands, Texas? Is it Woodlands, Texas? So the Woodlands, Texas gets 8,000, 6,600 locally. We'll just go with the Woodlands. We'll check that. See what that gets for hits. So that's 99, the Woodlands. And then we'll just go with Woodlands. And I don't know if there's somewhere else in the rest of this world that's bigger. So 9,900. So we'll use the Woodlands without Texas to do our search. So here's what we're going to do. You want to focus your search for local clients on people that will be searching the internet for specific types of business that pay people, right? So I'm not going to try to rank, and I'll show you here in a minute. We'll just continue on, and we're going to search. We're going to use the Woodlands, and I don't know what I'm getting into, so I'm going to use only local ideas related to this. And what I'm going to look for here is we go down, we got the Woodlands, Texas. I'm not going to try to rank something for the Woodlands Mall. Well, I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. It's not going to do much for me if I rank up there. The Woodlands Online, same with that. Tinseltown, it's a movie theater in the Woodlands. And just so you guys know, you do want to filter for local searches, so you can start from top to bottom with what's getting the most hits. Fellowship of the Woodlands sounds like a church, the high school, Cinemark. These are things I'm not even going to worry about. What I'm looking for is something that people are going to come to, and people are going to pay the owner of a business that might relate to this funds if they find them on the internet, right? So apartments we're not going to deal with. Hotels, no. St. Luke's is a hospital. We'll keep rolling through this until we find something that looks like we can rank for it. So movies, movie theater, the Woodlands, Texas real estate. Alright, so we have the Woodlands, Texas real estate, which gets 390 hits. And real estate is something, if I'm a real estate agent and my page is on number one, I'm looking at roughly, let's just call it 320 local hits, maybe 150 visitors coming to my site if I'm in number 1, 2, or 3 spot. $2.58 cost per click. We'll definitely be able to find somebody that probably is paying an advertiser, paying Google right now $2.58 to have their advertisement at the top of the page. So we're gonna try to work with the Woodlands, Texas real estate, the first thing I do want to do is check if, and I've been doing this long enough to know, check if Texas is adding value or decreasing value from the Woodlands, Texas real estate. So we'll stick with this, and we're going to go up here and go with the Woodlands real estate. So we were looking at 320 roughly locals with it. Let's take a peek. So we're getting 590 without it. So we're going to stick with that, and then we'll go Woodlands real estate. I don't necessarily want to get rid of the Woodlands, and that's less anyways. So we'll stick with the, and that is actually the title of the city. It is the Woodlands, Texas. And we'll do the search. So 590 local monthly searches. If I was going to build a client site around something that had to do with the Woodlands, as you could see previously, this was one of the top ranking terms searched for the Woodlands with that would attract clients. So let's go ahead and go to GoDaddy and take a peek and see what we can work with here. So we have the Woodlands real estate, which obviously I doubt the .com will be available, but we might be able to find something else. All right, so the .org's gone, the .com's gone. The .org is not gone. Oh yeah, look at that. It's actually available. The .org is available for $4.99. That's amazing. So I will actually, more than likely, probably snatch this up. Let's go take a peek at what the competition looks like real quick. And this is just a quick brief overview of how we'll search into it. And I just cleared my cache, so I'm not logged in here, but we can still take a peek for free. So we'll just click on the Woodlands real estate and go do a Google search and see what's going on. So Realtor.com is obviously going to be up there somewhere. They are beatable. Hard to, but they are. Trulia, again, a national site, and then we have Jared, who is a local listing, and these are all local. So if you're not from here, you won't see those. If you are, you will. More than likely, top spot 1 or 2 would be what you'd be working with here, just because of the sheer number of local listings. If I'm from out of town though, and I'm moving to the Woodlands, I'm probably not going to see those. So you could rank maybe 3 or 4 and still get a good amount of hits. Just real quick, earlier I spoke to the cost per click. So if we look at $1.34 and we go search the Woodlands real estate, these listings up here, Woodlands real estate listings, searching the woodlands.com, the woodlands.com. So these people are paying $1 and some change every time somebody clicks on this. So these are the people that once you get ranked here, you go to, you contact them and say, hey, here's how much you're paying. Let's say there's, what do we got, 590 exact matches, so let's just call it 600. Half of that is 3. They're paying, if you're one of the top spots, probably $250 to $300 a month. We can go to them, and once we get at number 1, we put their banner in, we change the site for them, and it's, maybe we offer them $200 a month to save them $100, because you're not guaranteed to be one of these spots if 7 people are all willing to pay the money. This is going to rotate, but if you're sitting right here, you'll always be there. So there's not going to be any rotation that you have to worry about or they have to worry about. So a site like this, $200 a month, you do the math over, 12 months, and you're looking in the range of $2,400, which isn't huge, but if you build enough sites, if you got 10, 15 sites going at that same price, you're looking at $20,000, $30,000 a year. Now you can't quit your day job on it yet, but once you start moving into things like you have real estate, lawyers, divorce lawyers, criminal lawyers, injury lawyers, things of that nature, where the clientele gets bigger and the cost per click goes up to $10, $15, $20, then you're looking at this same site that's only $2, $3. Once you hit the $10, you're looking at a $20,000 site for the year. You get 3 or 4 $20,000 sites for the year, and you're not working your day job probably anymore, and that's being pretty reasonable. So let's go take a peek just real quick at the competition for fun. It looks like Tamborel Properties is pretty far up here, and then My Home Houston, which this more than likely is again a Houston site. We'll just go take a peek at it, where you can search listings for homes. So we're going to Tamborel Properties. We'll check them out real quick. We're going to check one other thing. So you might get a lot of clients with this. Just want to check agent and see what or the Woodlands Realtor. So that's 91, 46. Realtor Woodlands. That goes down. Realtor in the Woodlands. Just doing a couple variations to see what I'm working with. Okay. And we're going to do a quick search here to find what we have. The Woodlands Real Estate. Woodlands Real Estate. We're trying to look for possibly a realtor. Am I spelling realtor wrong? It appears that I am. Realtor. Alright, so the Woodlands Realtor gets 46. So we could try getting our website ranked for the Woodlands Real Estate. I don't necessarily know if per se. We could probably build it out to be a listing as Trulia and or Realtor.com is. And we're just going to go take a peek at what they are working with. 22,000 backlinks from 87 different domains. And their top referring anchors are built around the Woodlands Real Estate. So your home in the Woodlands, the Woodlands. So you probably aren't going to be able to push them out. And with what they're working with, I probably wouldn't pick this up. Actually, I'm not going to, so feel free to. Just because their competition is pretty big for what they're trying to rank for. They have a good amount of backlinks. You know, we could do some paid backlinking and get up there pretty quick, but for the length of time, we're probably not going to play with that one. So we'll go and look for one more built around the Woodlands. Yeah. I don't remember if we did that with Texas. I'm sure we probably did. So we'll try to find something else. So we know page one. We definitely... Let's go take a look. It was towards the bottom. Alright, so we definitely didn't do it with the Woodlands, Texas. We just did it with the Woodlands. Yep. Alright, so, and then we'll go down. Real estate. Alright, so we know page one is a bust. Let's move on to page two. See what else we have. Something we could play with for sure here. CrossFit the Woodlands Real Estate, hotels, news, apartments. And this is the tedious search. If you're trying to search local now, this isn't everything that you could necessarily be looking for. So we're gonna move one more page. I don't like to try to get under 100. So we will, if nothing, we find anything, we don't. Well, we got Dermatologist, the Woodlands, Texas, hitting 110. Let's give this a go real quick. We're just going to see if there's any versions of this we might look at that are different. Dermatologist, the Woodlands, Texas, the Woodlands Dermatologist. No reason to go. When you have only show ideas with the keywords built into it, it's definitely Dermatologist, the Woodlands, Texas is what you'd be looking for. We're just going to do one more quick check. Dermatology Associates is not the Woodlands. Alright, and we're just going to go Woodlands Dermatologist. And I'm doing this just to get every version of it. So without the Woodlands, with Dermatologist, what we're ranking for, nothing, and then Dermatology. Alright, so Woodlands Dermatology is actually getting 480 exact matches, where the Woodlands Dermatologist I believe was getting 110. Now, where did we mess that one up? All right. Dermatology, the Woodlands, Texas, was getting 110. And Woodlands Dermatology, I believe, is what we're going to be after here. We'll just do one more search on it, get rid of broad, click on exact. So Woodlands Dermatology's 480 exact matches, which is pretty good if we can do anything with it. So let's go take a peek. At what we have here, and then I do want to go check Google real quick because there could be, and there more than likely is, a company named Woodlands Dermatology, and there is nothing coming up here in the first couple. Women's Dermatology Associates is here, and I believe that's probably what this is. It is not. It is not. This is interesting. There's no exact matches on the first page. So let's go see what we have to work with. We got a .NET and a .org built around this, both available. I am going to scoop one of these up because our competition, by looking at it, isn't huge. Now we can go in here and see, this is our number one, and if you see something like this, to me right now, I can't tell you if this is a local hit, that if or if not this is the actual number one, or if I'm only seeing it because I'm getting a local, and if this is actually the number one organic. So sometimes Internet Explorer will show us actual listings without it. So now it's showing us the exact same thing because Google is Google. So we got a .info or a .net and a .org available for this, and the .com's not on the first page, which is very interesting. You would think that it actually would be. So we're gonna go here and we'll take a look at what they are working with, and I don't know how that didn't work out. Let's go ahead and copy that. Alright, do I have, I think I have a regular one saved. That's fake. Again, I have a lot of fake email addresses. It's not my actual paid plan. I do. Alright, so let's go take it out. We don't want to generate the Site Explorer. We just want to check the links. And this is a quick check. In our future videos, I'll show you how to do a deep dive here. So this, I don't actually believe that could be true because it says it has no backlinks, no referring domains, but I'm seeing it on page one. But again, I could be seeing this because it's a local listing. So let's go. This is just a business directory for the Woodlands Dermatology Associates. So this is I'm getting the vitals, and again, this is a rating for somewhere, book online, buy insurance. So the ZocDoc, again, is not a actual listing here in Houston, or here in the Woodlands. The only problem right now I'm seeing is there's only one ad here for MCA Dermatology. So I'm going to refresh this once and see if I catch anything else. So right now, and this is actually Houston, Texas, roughly too far away from me, 77077, I would assume. So we don't really have too much competition on this first page, to be honest with you. To rank for. So this is something I would definitely scoop up from a local listing. But that's how you get ideas for locals if you want to go after them. 480 is nothing to sneeze at. It roughly $3. So if we do the math and assume call 480, half of that's 240. If you're number one at 240 for $300, I mean, you're looking at $600 a month. Giving the customer a discount, that's $500 a month. I mean, that's roughly $6,000 a year for a client and for that if somebody's coming in for their dermatology these days, you're looking at Botox, things of that nature, peels, all that. I mean, and when you have, and nothing against them, housewives with their husbands making millions of dollars, this is definitely something to go after. So I'm gonna pick that up here in just a little bit once we're done with that, and I'll try to build something out with that. I might even actually use this to build out a site for searchenginedomination.org. I'm already working on a series for Woodlands Orthodontic as we speak, but I need to do a little keyword research around Woodlands Orthodontic and see if we might want to move our time. Woodlands Orthodontist. That's actually what we're going to build it out for. Um, Looks like we might be changing pace here. All right, let me get close to the exact orthodontist. Woodlands orthodontist. I just want to do a quick search real quick. Sorry. All right, so I'm still going to build this out because even though it's not getting a ton of searches here, I forgot what I ranked it, what it was ranking for. I'm going to go ahead and pick these up and move on. But before we do, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do that real quick, and I will be back in the video in just 1 second. All right, so we are back. So the last thing I wanted to do is show you if you're not doing locals and you want to do affiliate marketing, niche sites. So we're going to make this one short and sweet, but I wanted to get you familiar with how to do the same thing for niche sites. So we'll get out of here because we're not going to do anything with competition around the keyword. I just wanted to kind of just give you a niche site. So if we look at niches, let's just go into diets. One of the health, fitness, diet, things of that nature is one of the big niches. Health and fitness, dating's another niche, things of that nature. So we're going to get rid of the ad groups and go straight to keywords for our ideas. Obviously, the word diet, HCG diet dangers, HCG diet. So let's take a look at this. I'm not exactly familiar with the HCG diet, but let me just do a quick search, see if it's something. It's a diet. The Mayo Clinic. Let's go see what they have to say about it real quick. Doesn't work and it's not safe, but seems to be getting a lot of hits. I feel horrible about it. Well, I mean, that's not fully true. So intermittent fasting is not horrible for your health at all. This just seems like it's some sort of ketogenic diet that puts your body into a place where it's burning fat for fuel. Yeah, so not actually bad. Oh, she's a doctor, obviously. Actually, she's a registered doctor license. I don't even know what that stands for. But let's do some research around it. HCG diet. So we're obviously not going to get HCG diet. I'm not even going to attempt to try to get HCG diet. But I will go in and we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to go to HCG diet and hit our exact match and see what we come up with. So diet dangers isn't something I want to look for. We're going to switch our locals. HCD diet plan 22,000. That's pretty big. The price here isn't huge by any means, but the number of visitors is. So when you start doing the math, it gets pretty big. HCG dangers, food list, meal plan. What is the HCG diet? So that was a good question for me. 52 cents. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not great, but it's bigger than kind of what's up here. There's a couple good ones. HCD diet meal plan. That the reason it's so expensive is when you get to something like the meal plan, not only can you sell them on the diet itself or anything that goes with it, but you can give them food ideas and a link to recipes and things of that nature. So let's go with what is the HCG diet. Let's take a peek at that and see what I'm sure. Sure, it is not available as a .com, but we can probably find it. It's already registered. Yeah, look at that. We have a .org with what is the HCG diet. It is 52 cents cost per click and 1,600 monthly searches. So that's about $800 a month. Is probably what it's worth. If it's getting a 50%, you can get it towards the top. Let's just go take a peek. So Healthier Post, WebMD, Health USA, HCG Diet Info. What is the HCG diet? HCG Diet commentary. Here's what we just looked up. So you could more than likely, and this is Fox News, none of these guys are, working on something that's trying to rank specifically for the HCG diet. So more than likely with this, you could probably get into one of the top three spots. And if you're selling the diet to people and things that promote the diet and why you should try it, just for instance, here you go. Here's a pretty good affiliate site. Healthier Brands, something free to download, how it works. Here's Dr. Oz. This is a great video. Tied in a YouTube video to the Get Started here. This is a pretty good site, and it probably generates a decent amount of revenue considering it is the #1 hit. Matter of fact, it's even got an e-commerce built into it. So you can probably get up there and compete in that area, but I'm going to cut that short for now, and that is keyword research and how to find keywords that you want to go after without, adding other thing to it like and, the, if, but, and any kinds of dashes. Try to avoid them if at all possible. So I am Brian for SearchEngineDomination.org. Thank you and have a great day.